Well, hello, good afternoon, and welcome to another video. It's another Sunday afternoon, and I have another unbagging from something that I purchased from a local, well, it's not a hobby shop exactly. It's an airbrush supply company, but they also do other things, a lot of other things. In this case, it's called the Airbrush Company. This is a very long established company. They are actually the British importers and distributors for Iwata. So any Iwata airbrushes, compressors, any Iwata items that you need, they have it either in stock or can get it for you, all your spare parts, and they have the know-how and the experience to handle with that. So if you ever buy any Iwata products in the UK from any other supplier, they will have purchased that wholesale or from the importers, who are the Airbrush Company. These folks are a business in Lancing, West Sussex. There's the information there. Check out the website airbrushes.com, so you can see how long they've been established, that they have the official airbrushes.com website. Got it before anybody else. Very interesting as well. One of the I don't know if she's still an owner, but surely it was her father's business before. Rosemary, the lady that still works there, and has worked there for a long time. Her name, I believe, is Rosemary Connor, and her father had a lot to do with the development of the first airbrushes that were created way back when, in the days. I believe it was called Conograph, as in Connor, as in her last name, her father's last name, Conograph. Please look it up. It's very interesting. And if you go there, there's pictures on the wall, and Rosemary will tell you all about it. She's very proud of her dad, as she should be. It's a very interesting story, and I hope maybe I'll be able to speak with those folks a little bit more in depth and bring that out into the open. It is on the internet, though, if you do want to go take a look. Anyway, let's 3 minutes in, let's start looking at the unbagging. So the nice thing about the Airbrush Company, like I say, they are the Iwata importers, distributors, so you can get basically anything Iwata that you need for your airbrushes. I wouldn't always say it's technically the cheapest, because them selling and they do sell to private folks. Yeah, they're not just wholesale distributors. They sell to private folks. You can go there and you can go pick up your stuff, or you can order it online. Obviously, they ship it. But I like to go there, and I like to go have a chat, obviously. And when you do, you get little freebies like stickers, like that. And I also got, as a freebie, half a can of a particular airbrush solvent spray that they use there. It's more professional, and they just gave it to me to take. Anyway, £39.90. It's got a lot of stuff that you can get, and you don't necessarily need to use the Iwata branded pipe cleaners, or the Iwata branded brush, or these little tiny brushes. You can just go get like what you call it, interdental brushes that people use instead of floss, like interdental tiny brushes. I particularly like a brand. It has a yellow one and a pink one. I get those two, and they're two good diameters. But what I really wanted this kit for was the nozzle remover tool, which by itself costs about, I think it's about £8-9 or something. It also has this little silicone lube, which I thought that would be quite handy, because my airbrush does get a little bit stiff because I don't clean it out properly in the trigger area. It also has this kind of sealer, which I haven't used yet, and the airbrush cleaner, which I don't really need. This is quite handy, and it comes with batteries as well. It's like a loop or magnifying glass, 2 sizes. I think that one's 30. Let me just show you. Why don't I show you? So this kit was, like I say, £39.90. It has quite a lot of stuff in it. You get a handy little case to keep everything nice and tidy. Let's take a quick look. So that is what I really wanted, and I would have just bought that by itself, but then you get the lube, which I've already used on my airbrush, and it does really work. These little brushes, does it actually say dental on there? No, it says Dentec, but yeah, that's for your teeth, isn't it? I've just kind of reboxed it. There's the thread sealer. Apparently that's good for your nozzle thread and nozzle cover thread. They say this is a harder cleaning brush. It's a brush. The pipe cleaners, they're very soft. I have other pipe cleaners. They're much more rough. These ones are very soft. So I'm sure they'll come in. But this is really handy too. And this kind of comes out like that. Oh, you can see the light's on already. It's got a little LED that illuminates the parts that you're looking at. And just a second. Yeah, and then the airbrush cleaner, which I don't think I'm going to use, but it's from Medea. I don't know, or it's from Iwata and the Medea range, I suppose. Made in the USA. Okay, that's interesting. For a Japanese company, they have the airbrush cleaner made in the USA. Right. Let's pop that away. Okay. Other interesting stuff. So, like I said, they are the distributor for Iwata. They do airbrushes, they do compressors, kits like that, all the pipes and tubings and accessories that you need. But they also do, and not just for modeling, they do stencils and tapes and foils and masking films, which is very interesting as well. It's kind of like a parafilm, but for body painting, for food stuff like cake decorating and stuff like that. And they have all the really good paint ranges that go with it. For example, I don't know if they are the sole importer for Life Color as well, but they certainly have the full Life Color range there, including the sets, which if you listen to Uncle Nightshift, shout out Uncle Nightshift, you know that he loves these. He loves this is his favorite, the Rust set. And I also got this Tensichrome set. And let's put it there. And let's talk about these a little bit. So, first of all, Life Color paints are excellent for brush painting. So if you have details that you want to pick out after you've airbrushed, this beats this beats this beats Vallejo. It really does. It beats Vallejo. I don't really use a lot of Citadel. I use some Citadel, but because of the silly names that they have, it just drives me crazy. I mean, call a brown, and a black, and red, a red, for crying out loud. They are good, for example, for flesh paint. Citadel are good. I know I use a set of 3 Citadel paints and 1 shade. It's like 2 bases, 1 a lightning color, and then 1 shade. But it's called like Kirkland Flesh, and it's just silly names. I mean, look, Flesh 2, Flesh 1, Flesh 1 base, Flesh 2 base, Flesh 1 shadow, Flesh 2 shadow. Isn't that easier? And the nice thing about live colors is not only are they excellent to brush paint, but they do airbrush pretty well. I would suggest that you use the live color thinner with them, but you can just use water, and you can use Vallejo thinners as well. And I have used Vallejo's airbrush, what you call it, retarder, flow improver. Yeah, sorry, the flow improver. Everything works. I mean, this stuff is just, it's lovely paint. Additionally, please note, 22 milliliters. Yeah, not 17, not 16, 22. Good jars that you can shake. Okay, so I don't like shaking jars usually because everything gets stuck in the top. New paint, fresh paint from the bottom will get stuck to the old paint at the top, and it might drip back down, but you lose paint with a lot of jars. With your dropper jars, if you shake them, you have to clean them up afterwards. Otherwise, it's just a mess. Tamiya's okay. Yeah, I'll shake a Tamiya because of the type of top that it has, where it has a rim on the inside where it does actually make everything drop back down into it. Now, I do usually add a little stainless steel nut into jars like this so that I do shake them like that. Obviously, I do shake my dropper bottles. How else are you going to get the paint diluted? But I just don't like it very much. These are like, you can shake them. You can take the paint out onto your palette with a brush or with a pipette. I like to use little disposable pipettes, and everything stays clean. I've got jars of other colors that I've had for ages and used them dozens of times, and everything stays clean on the outside. As a bugbear of mine, go take a look at one of my shorts ranting about the MIG ammo washes that I released last week. People seem to like my rants. I should make more rant videos. So, the flesh paint. Additionally, so 22 milliliters, 6 jars, 18 pounds 50. Let me take a look. I think this one was 18 pounds 49. Okay, so 6 jars for 18 pounds, £3. But 22 milliliters. If you're looking at your Vallejos, they usually around the £3 mark as well, £3.20 even for 17. You might be able to get them cheaper if you buy several of them, but you're getting less. And yeah, Dust and Rust, shout out to Uncle Night Shift. It is good. I mean, it is good. 6 jars again, 22 milliliters. This particular one, 15 pounds 42. 15 pounds 42 for 6 jars, okay? And Tensichrome. Now, this is Tensichrome Active Surface Agents Set 2. This is not technically regular paint. It is a filter, or they are filters, sorry. You get 6 filters: oil, smoke, kerosene, fuel, burnt brown, and white oxide. The set 1, I can't recall what it includes. It includes a bunch of oils as well. Does it tell me here what set 1 does include? Nope. There we go. That's set 1. Can you see that? Oh, sorry. Oh. Fill focus. See if this focuses. I hope you were able to read that. Okay, so those 3 items, and then I got I just needed to top up my olive drab deep shade, and I also got some tire black. And the nice thing is, like, I've used this on a couple of models. You get your little trios, or what do people like to call it these days? Triads? Is it triads? You get your regular color, and then you get your deep and your light color, your flashed shade in this case. And yeah, I made an Apache helicopter where I used a lot of the deep shade to make it, you know, almost black. And I will show that Apache pretty soon. I kind of wanted to do a little bit more detail work on it, and but yeah, it's been sitting on my shelf and I haven't touched it in a while to do that detail work. So I guess I'll call it done pretty soon and I'll show it. Okay, so cool little haul. Was nice to talk to the folks there, Rosemary, Ross, and the folks behind the scenes. I got to take a look at their little test room where they test all the new airbrushes they get, all the new compressors, all the new equipment. Remember, it's not just Iwata they have. Please go to their website. They've got Sparmax, and they've got, I believe, Badger. I'm not sure. Loads and loads of different compressor and airbrush manufacturers, but also the paints. So Createx, some weird and wonderful candy paints, loads and loads of paints, modeling paint, like I said, food coloring paint to make cakes and that kind of stuff with airbrushes, which kind of sounds cool. Excuse me. Loads of stuff like that, stencils, masking film, and their website is up to date. It is easy to navigate. They don't charge you a huge amount for shipping. Yeah, and I believe if you order more than 75 quid, they ship for free to the UK as well. So once again, this has been an unbagging video for another local company. Very cool stuff. I'm very happy with what I got, and thank you very much, folks, for the chat and the conversation and the insight about airbrushes and airbrush cleaning and all that. Thank you, the Airbrush Company. It was great, and I hope to be back soon. And I hope that folks do go to your website and take a look and maybe order some items from you. So, thank you very much for watching this video. I'm going to do some modeling this afternoon. I hope you enjoy your modeling too, and I hope to be able to see you on the next video as well. Such a stupid thing to say. I'm not gonna see you.